Bro, I'm excited. I'm excited. Hello!
Hello, Mr. Vancouver. How you doing?
Mr. Pazaz, the man, the myth, the legend. How we doing today, my man?
I'm great. I'm great. Just got some water. I'm ready to answer questions.
Awesome, bro. Awesome. So we're gonna just start by getting to know you a bit, bro. But the main question I really wanted to ask, and I think everyone else wants to know, is what is your day job since this game is a non-profit?
Right. So I do system administration and software development.
Okay.
Also, what I do in my free time. So it's all the same to me.
And do you work for like a corporate company? Do you work for yourself?
No, I contract to different clients, and whatever they need, I just handle.
Okay, awesome. How many hours of sleep do you get?
Definitely not enough. Sometimes it's 2 hours. If I'm lucky, maybe 8.
Wow.
Usually
Okay.
less.
That's 2 hours of sleep. That's crazy. I mean, I've definitely had some of those days as well. So do you still play Oldschool Runescape or RS3? When did you stop enjoying the game to see what it's evolved into?
I don't play frequently, but yes, I still play a little bit. I played the last leagues, and then I just played Group Iron Man on RuneScape 3 when it came out.
And do you prefer OSRS or do you prefer RS3?
Oh, um, neither. I prefer RuneScape 2.
RuneScape 2? Okay, which is why you made the game 2004 scape, which makes a lot of sense. Who
Yeah.
inspired you most in your RuneScape journey?
I never really followed anyone big. I guess that would have to be Jagex's passion for the game back then. That inspired me the most.
Okay. Honestly, same. Me too, bro. I feel like the game RuneScape as of right now is just not the same game. And
Yeah.
OSRS has just turned into something that isn't old school. Everyone's like min-maxing and the updates are just, they aren't great. And back in the day, guys, back in the day, end game was PvP. I know a lot of you guys enjoy PVMing, but end game right now in 2004 is PvP, boys. That was the main thing that attracted me to RuneScape. With that being said, I still enjoy PVMing too, don't get me wrong. But I love pking way more, man. I love him way more. What do you think about Andrew Gower's new game, Brighter Shores?
Well, I'm glad to see he's still making games. I played it when it first came out on his first day. I gave it a fair shot. I had to switch my focus to this project, but I still got through that first episode. Thought it was a nice change of pace, but it wasn't really social enough for me. It wasn't what I was looking for. But I know he's made a lot of changes since, and I'll have to check it out again sometime.
Oh, so you completed episode 1? Like you got
Yeah.
to Hope Forest, I think that's what it is, right?
Yes, exactly. Yep.
Did it feel like a lot like RuneScape to you? It just felt like a shittier RuneScape, if I'm being honest. And don't get me wrong, I sweated the game. I put in over 1,000 hours into the game. I did.
I
gave it
see
my
them
all.
as two separate things. It didn't feel like RuneScape, but that's not a bad thing. I don't think he wants to make RuneScape again. He wants to make, his vision. So.
Yeah, his vision. But it just, I don't know, with the way he structured it with skilling, like mining, fishing, it just felt like RuneScape. And I think RuneScape blew up back in the day because it was so different for its time. It was so like outside the box for its time. I feel like the new generation of kids are not gonna get into Brighter Shores because they want crackhead content. But back in the day for us, like being on the computer was like so new. Now every Tom, Dick, and Harry is on the fucking computer, on the iPad, on the iPhone. You know what I mean? So
Well, they'll probably be on Roblox nowadays.
exactly, or Minecraft. So I don't know
Yeah.
what his demographic was. I think it was probably just older people. But with that being said, I think if it gets released on mobile, it might do well.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think it's going to be a great mobile game. So another question I have is, who is your favorite OSR's content creator?
Ooh, can I take a cop out and just say each one that plays here?
God bless. Okay, that means I made the list.
Yeah.
Let's go. Okay. Will you attempt to restore other games in the future? What other types of game restoration have you or would you consider?
Absolutely, yeah. It's like a really fun puzzle piece, especially if it's missing the whole server side. Um, as for what ones I would do, it's a good question. I haven't decided yet. But yes, for sure, something else.
Just one moment here. Guys, mic test. Is the mic a bit better now? I've turned up the microphone. Is that a bit better? Sorry to interrupt you there.
You're good.
We good? We good? Awesome. What content creators would you love to see stream this game? I guess this is kind of adds on to the other question. But
Yeah, I'm kind of out of the loop on all the current content creators, but just all of them, I guess.
okay, perfect. What's the worst excuse someone has ever given to you to get unbanned, and did it work?
It didn't work, but basically someone said that their wife and son was mining essence for them, and they all got banned. And yes, it was one person.
Okay. All right. Will you or the dev team create tutorials on custom content creation? What types of content would you like to see be made?
Uh, yes, for sure. I used to post snippets of code and videos, things I threw together for fun. You can absolutely expect some tutorials. And I'd really like to see people make quests or more wilderness content or more game modes, new areas, anything. There's no limits.
Okay. Awesome. What is your opinion on Reign of Terror now playing 2004 Escape?
I don't know anything basically. I'm not in the loop on any of that, but I'm happy to share the game with anyone. Just don't kill our passion.
Okay, awesome. Guys, everyone welcome Rod. All right, Pazaz, we're going to talk now about your RuneScape history. When did you first start playing RuneScape, and was it on Miniclip?
My account was registered early 2005, and I think it was actually Miniclip. Yep, the whole blue frame website and all.
Okay, so you started in 2005, but then why did you want to make the 2004 game?
You got to start from the beginning.
Right.
You got to have strong foundations.
Okay, talk to him, Pazaz. Talk to him. What is your most cherishable moment from RuneScape?
I think the thing I cherish the most, there's a day when I was really young. I got more than 10,000 gold, and I split it with my brother. Probably my best memory.
Awesome. So you and your brother both played. Is your brother older or younger? You don't have to answer that question, but...
Younger.
Younger. So I had the same experience. I had an older brother that played. And I'm not going to lie, guys. Like, me and my brother were scamming kids. Like, I'm sorry. If I'm going to be honest, we were scamming kids. Like, I'm sorry. And it wasn't me. I wasn't the mastermind. It was my brother. Okay, he's the one, you'll come here, do this, do that. And I just listened. I'm sorry. I don't condone to scamming, but that's how my RuneScape journey started. Do I regret it? Yes. But did it happen? And is it a part of my childhood? Yes, it is. It happens, you know what I mean? What kind of RuneScape player are you?
I liked to do quests, skills, and talk. I was never really one for killing other players. Mini games sometimes, but I really just like the social part, and the quests are really cool for me.
Okay. What was your favorite skill?
I don't think I have a favorite skill. I mean, really, I just liked playing. I could click rocks, click trees over and over and over. Didn't matter as long as I could talk.
Oh, so you enjoyed RuneScape more for its social aspect, you would say, right? Like an MMO.
Definitely,
Right?
yeah. Like I'd be in the library and just talking to the entire internet, basically.
Yeah, see, that's the one thing you've done such an amazing job with. 2004 Scape feels like old RuneScape. It feels like such a community. Like old school RuneScape is like Iron Man mode, bro. Everyone kind of sticks to themselves. But with this game, we're all working together, guys. Like there's a lot of clans in the game and there's a lot of solo players in the game. We're all working together and playing together. That was the main thing that I loved about RuneScape. And I'm meeting so many new different people as well. It's awesome to see, man. Which skill did you not like the most? Like you just dreaded?
Oh, there's probably 4 skills that I didn't really like. I didn't like farming. I didn't like hunter. I didn't like most of summoning and dungeoneering. I never had the time for.
Dungeoneering, I never did dungeoneering. That skill looked so hard. Farming, I actually really enjoyed farming. I thought farming was super easy. You just like wake up every day.
It just took me away from trying to talk to people. I'd have to run around the world.
Run around the world and plant some trees, eh?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever participated in pking on RuneScape?
I'm not a big competitive person, so I didn't really get into PvP that much, but I definitely staked a bit for fun.
My man. My man. Well, now I gotta ask the question. What was the biggest stake you've ever done?
I didn't win. so, so maybe like 100,000, 200,000 gold. I was not great.
Oh, 100 to 200K. Like this is way back in the day? Like not
Way
recent.
back in the day.
Oh,
Yeah, way
damn.
back in the day.
Like we're talking
Yeah.
like 2006 or 2005.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. Were you friends
But
with
then you
any
lose it right after, so.
Oh, that's the thing with gambling, right? Guys, you will never be a winner in gambling. You will always lose. Please gamble responsibly. Thank you very much. Were you friends with any high-profile RuneScape players back in the day?
No, I mean I had some people on my friends list, but they never responded to me, so no.
Okay. Okay. How many 99s did you achieve on RuneScape?
Uh, 4, I believe. I've got cooking, fire making, herblore, and smithing. And
Okay.
that half of that is because of RuneScape 3's bonus XP and double XP.
Oh, I
So,
remember those way back in the day. I remember that. I remember playing Call of Duty on the side and then farming 2x experience. Good old days, Black Ops 1. Did you ever play Call of Duty or Halo or any games like that?
yes, yeah, and I continue to today. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. What's better, Halo or Call of Duty?
They're so different. I don't even know if you could say what's better, but um, I really enjoy Halo with the boys.
Yeah, me too, bro. I think Halo's campaign and multiplayer was so much better than Call of Duty. I don't know why, man.
Mm.
Like I thought Halo was definitely the best storyline until
Oh, it's
until
great.
Halo 5. I didn't really like Halo 5's
Yeah.
storyline, but up until then, it was very very good. What is your favorite RuneScape song?
Mm. Man, I really like almost all of them. One that comes to mind, I guess, is Magic Dance, and that's kind of like where the Magic Guild is. So,
Magic Dance. How have I never heard that song? One second, I gotta play it for the stream. How have I never heard that song?
sure.
Magic Dance, old school RuneScape song. Oh my god, this song's a banger.
Yeah.
Okay, heater. I would have to say my favorite song is Garden, or Book of Spells. Garden or Book of
Both
Spells.
good.
Oh man, Garden just hits different. As soon as you teleport into Varrock and you start walking, oh man, it definitely hits. Man's got taste. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. Okay, now a very serious question. Have you ever been scammed in RuneScape?
Oh, yes. I was victim to getting my leather armor trimmed, and the kid told me he'd be back tomorrow at 8 a.m., and I was there, and he was not there.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie.
So.
Some guy promised me he had a what's the thing, the Christmas cracker. He's like, yeah man, if you give me an investment, I'll open the Christmas cracker on you. And I was so excited, bro. I gave him 250K, a DDS, a dragon longsword. I gave it all to him. And the thing is, he kept stringing me along for like a week or two. He's like, yeah bro, tomorrow. Yeah bro, tomorrow. And then one day, the typical ex-player has logged out, and then I never saw him again. It was painful.
Oh.
I quit for like 2 months, bro. But obviously, no one quits RuneScape. We only just take breaks. What is the most amount of money you have ever had on RuneScape? And have you ever had any rares in your bank?
Never any rares, but let's see. In RuneScape 3, I did hit 300 million, except it's worth nothing, so, I was never rich, I guess.
Okay. How would you describe your RuneScape experience? What aspects of the game did you enjoy the most?
I guess I would describe it as awestruck. I mean, I was fully immersed in that tiny little viewport. The game was massive. I love that there was always something to explore, and I can examine every single thing I could see.
Okay, awesome. Now we're going to talk a bit about the server. Do you plan on launching additional servers in regions like the United Kingdom, Canada, Germany, etc.?
Only as we grow. I pick the regions based on demand and accessibility. If we have too few worlds, it becomes unplayable, but if we have too many worlds, then it might as well be a single-player game. And you can run it yourself, so...
That's true, since it is open source. Okay. What's the timeline for the server? What's the big update like Slayer? And how far do you plan on taking it before stopping? So basically, I'm asking, are you going to progress the game from 04 to 05 to 06 to 07? Like, when's like the stopping ground for that?
I don't have any set end in mind. It does, however, get very difficult once we pass the mid-2006 threshold. Map data is encrypted. I won't go into too many technical changes, but basically, we don't have that data available to us, and I really don't want to fake anything. So for sure, you'll see consistent updates until that point. After that, we've got to figure out a plan on what to do. I can't give any commitments to timelines. It's still just a passion project for most of us, and we can't work full time on it, unfortunately.
And is there any way you guys are able to take funding from the player base, or will Jagex come on your neck for taking some sort of funding?
I feel like it's a big can of worms, and I make enough money that it's fine. So unless we grew to support 50,000 people, we're good. We don't
We're
need to
good.
take any money.
Okay,
Yeah.
so just to clarify here, we're gonna go up until end of '06, and once we start getting
After
to
that, we have to determine more plans. There's no set stopping point, but technical problems start coming in after that.
and the technical problems
Yeah.
are that we don't have the database. I don't know anything about coding, so I'm just gonna say
Mhm.
database to allow the game to progress past 2006.
We would have a lot of gaps in the map. If we were to just do it without figuring out anything, you'd probably run into a big black square trying to go to Lumbridge. So
Oh, that's okay. Interesting. All right, thank you for that information. What was your player count expectation for beta release?
I expected 50 to 100 players online. I
That's
really was not prepared for 800. I didn't think everyone was dooming me and telling me it would be way less.
wow. So like you didn't anticipate such a big launch then, eh? And you just predicted there's going to be 50 to 100 people playing. And can you give us some more
Hmm.
information on what the alpha server is? Because I have a bit of an understanding, but I'm assuming a lot of people in the stream don't really know what the alpha server was.
Yeah. So during development, each week, every few days, I'd push out an update, and we'd have players test. They would test for the first year of development. They would test with cheats on and just let us know if there's any problems. And then towards the very end, I turned off cheats. They had to play legitimately to get a feel for how the beta would go. But it was really just to help us test code and make it so people didn't have to download the server themselves.
Okay, awesome. What was your inspiration for the name Lost City?
Uh, I decided on it a couple years ago, or 2022 now, I guess. It really just felt right for the goals. It is also a nod to the in-game quest, Lost City.
Okay, cool. Leviathan in the chat says, tell them there's plenty of landscape building tools that can just inject new land masses into the map data, purely custom designed.
Yeah, there is, but I like to make sure things are exactly as they were. So I feel like if I fake that and I say this is probably what it was like, it is a lie almost. So
Yeah, I think he wants
we'll
to
have to
match it.
figure that out.
He wants to match it 1-to-1, right? Nothing changed, which is
Yeah.
why I don't know. I played a lot of private servers back in the day, but not recently. But this literally feels like I'm playing RuneScape. I haven't seen any differences, and it runs so smoothly. It's really really nice to see.
Oh yeah.
Can you tell us more about your development process? What inspired you to start, and why did you choose JS over traditional Java?
Development process. This might make some of the contributors laugh. Just, get things done. I'll merge it and we'll test it. That's the process. Uh,
Okay.
I picked JavaScript or TypeScript now. I was never a Java programmer. Yes, I can write it, but I'm more comfortable in this language, so that's why I picked it. Um, I think there was one final question there.
Yeah, it says, what features turned out to be unexpectedly difficult to implement?
Mm. Early on, it was kind of difficult to get some of the tools made. If you're not aware, the entire server it packs all the data from scratch. So we unpacked the original format, it's in something human readable, and then we repack it into the original format. So it was a little difficult to get that working perfectly. But that was just my trouble. A few of the Git contributors, they had even bigger problems to figure out, and one person even spent months on fire making.
Pardon me, you spent months on fire making?
Yeah, trying to write the skill for fire making because there's little nuances that weren't right.
That's crazy. It's probably the most useless skill on this game. That's how I feel anyhow. I have a very serious question though. And
Okay.
it's a very serious question, okay? Would you wear an orange cape and join the greatest clan of all time? Rat Pack? Rat Pack on my motherfucking chest! Sorry.
Oh, I can't represent any colors for obvious
That's
reasons.
crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Nah, all jokes aside, no. But if you ever wanted to join Rat Pack, you could indefinitely join Rat Pack. Thank you very much. Okay, let's move on. What are your monthly running costs for the game?
A little bit over 200 right now. I mean, I've got the region servers, I've got a central server, I've got a couple subscriptions for services, and all that keeps it running smoothly.
Was that $200?
Yes, US dollars. Yep.
Wow, that's not as bad as I expected. Wow, okay, you're very cost efficient. I thought 200,000. I'm like $200
Oh, no.
to keep everything running smoothly.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, I think you're being humble. Like, it's definitely like at least like 5,000. Only $200? What?
I mean, if you consider the man hours to make it all work and run smoothly, no. But the raw costs, yeah.
Wow. Okay, $200. Okay. How did you end up choosing your moderators?
All of my moderators helped contribute code in some way. So I asked them first if they would help because I knew they understood the vision.
And these are just friends of yours? Or
I don't know anyone in real life, but they're all friends now. Yeah.
okay, awesome.
They wanted to help the open source vision, so.
Awesome. Okay. Now, this is another question. Would you accept community funds to keep the server running? I kind of asked this earlier, but I don't really remember what you said.
As much as I'd love to hand it off to the community like that, I think it's in our best interest if we keep things the way they are now.
Okay, so like we can't like wire something to your Swiss bank account and no one knows anything. So nothing like that is possible.
Correct. I think it's for the best.
Okay, it's for the best. Okay, just let me know. I'm more than willing to support, and I think the boys are also more than willing to support. Okay, perfect. So, how long did it take you to create this game from scratch?
Cumulatively, it's thousands of hours from everyone. I had days where I was locked in for more than 12 hours, so I don't know, throw 1,000 or 2 hours of my own time in there for sure.
So, roughly 2,000 hours, you would say? Or more than that?
For more than that.
Yeah, I was gonna
definitely
say way
more than that.
Yeah, and on average, how many hours a day were you implementing this passion project?
On average, 6 hours, but I had some serious peaks. So.
Wow. That's crazy. And you said you started back in 2022, correct?
Correct. And then in 2023 is really where it started kicking to high gear, and that's where all the progress started. So you can consider the origins 2022, development 2023 and on. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Will you stick to a permanent ban policy for rule breakers, or would you consider a strike system like in 2004 to avoid players losing all progress over a single mistake?
I'd like a strike system at some point. For a few things like mutes, we do sort of have that. It just keeps incrementing until eventually a permanent mute. Bans, that one's still to be determined. We're working on that. We've had a lot of successful appeals too, for what it's worth.
Okay, awesome. So in the foreseeable future, we may see a strike system. Okay, awesome.
Yes, and a message center, so you don't need to post out in the open what's going on.
Okay, awesome. What are the guidelines regarding scamming in the game?
The mods are working on making clear rules to post for that. But if your entire existence is scamming, you are a net negative and only drain the passion. So keep that in mind.
Okay, thank you. What about multi-factor and bank pin implementation?
Bank pins I won't do because it wasn't in 2004. Multi-factor, yeah, we could figure out something there. I was thinking you could enable it on the website and then that would just replace your password.
Okay, awesome. Guys, we will be doing questions from the chat once I get through all these questions. So I'm not going to take any more questions from the chat till we finish up these questions. Okay, how do you plan to combat cheaters, particularly those using drop trading for real world trading?
Well, everything's logged. We could track every single action and see how players are connected together. Mods then investigate and ban. I think it's important you guys understand that each of us, we come from private servers, botting, and even real world trading stuff, so we all know how it works.
Perfect. Also, if you guys are just tuning into the stream and have no idea what we're talking about, and if you guys are curious on what game we're talking about, there is a link down below to 2004.lostcity.rs. You guys can all come play this amazing game. It is the fastest growing server right now on the market. Tons of new people are playing. Come hop on. If you want to really, really experience RuneScape at its peak, I would recommend signing up. And come join the strongest clan in the game. Hashtag Ratback on my chest. Thank you very much. So, how do you track players who are cheating? You stated earlier that you can backtrace everything. Like, you have a log of, like, let's say if I drop a lobster
we
on
do
the
have
ground.
ways.
You have ways.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're not going to say it out loud, but okay. What was the biggest challenge when developing game or learning RuneScript?
Lack of information. We have to research, and some things just don't have an answer, so we have to make an educated guess based on what we can observe. If we could sit down with old Jagex moderators that work there and ask them questions, that would be great.
Okay. Yeah. Awesome. Can someone get unmuted if they show remorse for their actions?
Yes, and we've unmuted a few players this way already, but it's not uncommon that they just get muted again days later.
Yeah. So obviously, if they continue to break the rules, that
Yeah.
would make a lot of sense. Are you open to introducing other forms of gambling besides the duel arena, like horsey game, flower poker, etc.?
If it was in the game and it uses in-game mechanics, so be it.
Okay, awesome. So we could theoretically we could play flower poker because it's
Sure, yeah, if you guys had access to it, yeah.
Okay, awesome. Is swapping OSRS gold for 2004 gold considered real world trading?
Yes, because old school has an established real-world equivalent value, so it just translates directly to money, basically.
Okay, cool. What's your stance on multi-logging? What if two people share the same IP but use separate computers?
I'm going to answer the first part of that question. I think it breaks the spirit of the game. I want people to play and be social. And for that second part, two people on the same IP address, that's fine. And if something was mistakenly applied and their account was disabled, the mods take appeals and then we'll gladly undo it if it was mistaken.
Okay, awesome. Do you regret hosting the game as it is because it is much bigger than expected?
I have some regrets, but I don't regret sharing the game and making it accessible.
Okay. Would you rather just have someone else host it and so you could just focus primarily on coding?
No, I worry that anyone else wouldn't do it right.
Okay, respectable. Now, guys, let's talk about updates. The main question I think we're all looking for. When is pay to play going to be released?
The freely accessible, in quotes, members version doesn't have a set date, but I'm hoping to have it in your hands by May.
By May, that's so perfect because I'm traveling in April. That's actually so perfect. So May.
You let me know when you're back, and I'll just save it for that day.
No way! Talk to him! Okay! Okay! No way! Okay. Honestly, I would like for it to be launched on May 18th. Isn't that where the game that we're playing right now is supposed to...
That's the exact version, yeah.
I think it would make more sense for it to be launched on May 18th. Listen, guys, I want it to be May 1st. Don't get me wrong. But we might as well just wait till May 18th. Because, like, it lines up with the game. You know what I mean?
You're right. Yeah.
So I don't want to stray away from his vision of having everything be so up to par. That would be me being greedy. Even though I want the game to come out on May 1st. I know all the boys want the game to come out on May 1st. But it would just make most sense it comes out on May the 18th. Guys, we can wait. We can wait. Will Duel Arena be implemented into the server?
Yes, any content that existed at this point in time, good and bad, is in the game. It's meant to be a snapshot in time.
Awesome. Will rare items be featured in this server?
Players are pretty ravenous for a rares market. I'm still working out how they should be best introduced, but to be determined. You'll hear more information later.
Yeah, that would be tough to implement. I don't know how we would even do that. Do you plan on allowing clipboard pasting on the login screen?
This is a hot topic within the developer team. They don't want any client edits, and I should not answer publicly, or I fear their wrath. So,
Perfect. Awesome. This is a three-part question here. So, once the game reaches its final intended state, will you continue to add quality of life updates? For instance, God Wars, OSRS added features like NPCs to decant potions. Would you add similar features?
not me, but maybe someone else will. I just focus solely on the preservation side and making tools so people can take it on and do whatever they want. So if they have a vision for what they consider quality of life, I encourage it.
By you stating that someone else can do it, basically they start their own game. Is that what you're trying
Yes,
to?
they take all the same code. They ask us all the questions they need, and let them make their community with quality of life, and let us have our preservation.
Awesome. Okay. Perfect. Are you concerned that there's certain factors that might decrease the player base? And are there certain updates that could cause concern for you within your server goals?
I'm not concerned. I'm here to make sure the old game exists, and you're here because you want to experience it again. So anyone who wants to remain in a specific year or update, they have the ability to run it themselves, or I'll have splits for each year, and they can stay in that split. So if any update is polarizing, they don't need to experience it.
Okay, awesome. This is kind of a repetitive question, but maybe some people are just tuning into the stream. How often do you plan on releasing updates?
Fixes regularly. I try to update every other day, every 3 days. Features. Um, well, free to play is feature complete. We're not going to give you anything in members that isn't ready. So, features is just whatever the timeline is for the next game update. We'll
So,
communicate expectations with you when it's time.
okay, so just to clarify, let's say it's May 18th, and we just launched members, right? And let's say
Mhm.
back in 2004, hypothetically speaking, June the 7th is when Special Tax came out. Would you match it 1-to-1? You would release things on the specific dates?
If we could keep up that pace, I would. I don't think we can keep up that pace.
Okay.
Um, but it definitely is. You're not going to be waiting a year for a month's worth of updates. So
Awesome. So do you plan on releasing 2005 once every single 2004 update is done? Pretty much, basically, right? You're not going to add anything. You're not going to skip any
oh
timeline.
yes,
Okay.
correct. Yeah, it'll be chronological. Yeah.
Chronological. Awesome. When do you plan on adding a mute button to the login screen?
That sounds like quality of life, and the answer to when do you plan is when was it added to the live game?
That's a good question. I have absolutely no idea. Does anyone know? Burnus is like, fuck, because that was your question. All right, guys, these are all the questions that I have had. Now, if you guys have any questions, make sure to jot them down into the chat room below. He can pick and choose which questions he wants to answer. With rares, I guess, would you want to read the chat, or would you want me to read the questions for you so you can answer?
You can read the questions.
Oh, I can read the questions? Awesome.
Yeah.
With rares not in the game, technically, isn't the game prehistoric?
I'm not sure I understand what prehistoric means, but yeah, I mean, it does kind of break that authenticity if you don't see a rare, but I think it's going to be okay. We're going to figure out a solution for that.
Awesome. Someone says, Boxy OSR says, can we transfer 04 gold amongst our own accounts / through friends?
You can't transfer it to yourself, but you can trade your friends, no problem. If you're asking if you can transfer gold from your account to your friend's account back to your other account, we'll have to defer to the mods for that answer.
Okay.
I don't want to give any bad information.
No worries. I had a question, bro. What happened to rank 1 smithing? I woke up today and someone said he got banned. He got hacked. Do you have any information on...
That's an ongoing investigation right now. Accounts, when they get disabled for investigations, they get removed from the high scores. So once the investigation's over, mods will come to conclusion, and if everything's good, he'll be right back where he was.
Perfect. Is auto hotkeys bannable? And if not, what are you allowed to do?
Um, so it can be if you're just automating all of your actions. Yes, I think we have a rule now, or we're working on a rule that clarifies it. So check back on the site in a couple days, and you'll have a very clear answer. I don't want to mislead you right now.
Awesome. Did he say there were tools to pack data into the cache? Could someone theoretically make an O4scape league?
Yes, they can, and I don't know if you've seen it on the forums, but I've even posted my own League script once just for power mining. So you can absolutely do whatever you want. Make your own items, own scripts. Could do interfaces, but we're still working on some of those graphical editors.
Have you thought about getting into contact with Mod Matt K, since he does have a lot of history with Jagex and he was playing 2004scape on Twitch?
Yeah, I'm gonna send him a nice message later. I'm glad he got to experience it and had some kind words when he tried it.
Awesome. Do you think people will be taking advantage of Lost City Project and make their own server for personal profit?
I definitely there will be people like that, but I don't let that stuff get me down. It's out there so it can be forever preserved.
How long has he been coding for? Did he learn it on the side or did he go to school for it?
Mm. Uh, God, how long has it been? Maybe 15 years? And no, I did not go to school for it, but that's what happens when you're just doing stuff every single day for your life.
And it's passion, right? You just enjoyed it, right?
Yeah, it's a good
Awesome.
puzzle.
Yeah, exactly. Do you think the player count will continue growing?
I do, and I think that when we hit our members' day, whatever we peak at, it'll be two times that.
I think so as well. I think we might actually hit almost 2,000 players when members gets released. Now, I don't know if we're going to be able to sustain 2,000, but I definitely think we're going to hit 2,000. I think it's going to hit that
Even
sweet
hitting
spot.
it is great.
Oh, that's massive.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Who has the most hours played right now?
Hmm. Um, you're asking me to do that? I have to run a command on the server to get that for
Oh, no
you.
worries. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I type quick. If you want to wait just 1 minute, I
Oh,
can get
I'll
you that
wait. I'll
answer.
wait. No problem. Free Bucko, he was hacked. They dropped all his items. Give him his items back, please.
Rest in peace. That case is still being looked into.
So,
Dead botting is number one with 361 hours.
damn. How many hours do I have? Can I see?
Uh, yeah, give me one
No
sec.
worries.
You
No
have
worries.
211 hours.
Damn. Okay, not bad. Not bad. Um, RuneScape economy sinks aren't enough to sustain the game long term. Do you plan to make any changes to preserve longevity and playability of the game? Will you add additional non-chronological order updates for the sake of economic preservation? That's a
That's a good question. The economy state isn't my main focus. Obviously, we're not going to put out an update where you can just dupe in your own gold, but for gold sinks and item sinks, that's got to depend on if that was inside that game's update for that time. I think if we taint it, we put in those changes arbitrarily, you lose what the original game was.
good answer. The mute button was added to login screen sometime in '07 based on images I saw. Okay. What is the last update you have that you can release before we will see a black square in Lumbridge?
I think it's the end of May 2006 is the last update before things start getting encrypted, and then it just gets progressively worse from June 2006 until August 2007. We have a gap in data there. So, and there's gaps here and there after that, but when Old School forked, people were able to save all those encryption keys. So we definitely have at least the first version of Old School preserved.
Okay, awesome. What is his least favorite language to write in?
uh, Honestly, I don't, at this point in time, I don't even think about least favorite language. I just, get it done. Doesn't matter to me.
A man that doesn't live his life based off of feelings, but only results. Very respectable. If the game is shut down, will you be able to re-upload it, and will our progress be saved?
That would depend on why it shut down, but your progress will be saved, and I would make sure that those saves get out there. So even if it's not me, The code is out there, your saves are out there. There's absolutely nothing to worry about, and there's no personally identifiable information inside of your saves.
Now, personally, do you think Jagex will shut the game down?
I want to say I hope no. I think past a certain point of growth, they can't just ignore it. If they reach out, I'll respond positively.
So if they were like, "Hey man, shut the game down," you would just shut the game down. Nothing else you can really say or do.
I would preserve. I would focus on preserving the code. If there's so many what ifs there. I couldn't tell you a definitive, but I'm not just gonna just give it all up years of my life.
Good,
So
very good, because we're gonna riot. I'm gonna fucking
thank
riot.
you.
Absolutely. God bless. How do we feel about drop trading between accounts? For example, if somebody wants to make a mage period but doesn't want to grind the cash out, so they could drop trade to their other account.
We can still detect drop trading. It's against the rules if it's from you to yourself. So I advise you don't do that.
So essentially, what
Yeah,
he's
right
saying.
now, pures are basically not viable right now. Yeah.
So essentially,
You
what
have
he's,
to be in a clan.
so what he's saying is you can't trade between your accounts. You'd have to restart a new character and rebuild all of your own equity on your account again. When will the game leave beta phase?
The moment we have the members content for you guys ready, it's all good. That's when it leaves its beta phase and becomes the full version.
Awesome. Do you have a fear of player base dropping since free-to-play content is not as hype?
I don't fear that. It's okay if it does. People don't need to spend that much time. I'm glad they got to experience the game for what it was, and it'll still be here.
Very good answer. Very good answer. Do we get an ETA on members? Somewhere in May, brother. May 2025. Please ask Pazaz to include alpha playtime.
Yeah, I can put some statistics up for that at some point. Yeah.
Cool. 361 hours. Let me see. If the game is shut down, yeah, he already answered that question. You need to step up your game. Dead bonding has almost doubled you. Well, brother, I started 7 days late. Hi, do you anticipate server costs to rise as the server population increases? Do you accept personal donations not related to the funding and development of the game, strictly to support your passion? Thank you.
Yes, if we have to get more worlds, server costs will go up a little bit. It doesn't scale terribly. Um, Personally, if people want to throw some food my way, yeah, I do. I accept that.
Perfect. And where could we send you some food? Do you have a link?
I do, yeah. On my Discord profile, I have a link, and that basically just funds my sleepless nights. Lets me get another drink.
Everyone in the chat, please check out that link. Thank you very much. Everyone check out the link. Everyone check out the link. Everybody in this chat room, please. He's hungry. He's hungry, chat, please. He hasn't eaten lunch today, please. Thank you very much. Back to the questions. If Jagex comes for 2004 skate, we have to bring up what happened on Roofest 2018. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, let me go back to the questions here. What is the most thoughtless change Jagex has implemented over the years that hurts your soul?
Polling. They should have never polled players.
Agreed. Will ragging, crashing, / clan harassment be bannable? Mostly just mean intentional griefing. Specifically one clan in mind.
Harassment, yes. Crashing, that was a part of the game back then, but definitely harassment.
Okay. Is Chrome Remote Desktop or similar remote access programs allowed?
That, as a blanket answer, yes, they're allowed as long as you're not breaking any rules. Typically, what you see is people use that so they can buy account services. But as long as it's you're just out and about, that's fine. Although, you can do it on your phone, so maybe you don't need to do that.
Cool. If you want to donate to the cause, there's a link to buy him lunch. Yes, thank you very much. Kind of crazy that 2004 Escape has better security features than Jagex. Talk to him, Abyss. Talk to him. Thank you. Thank you. Any other questions in the chat? What happens with the blue cape? I mean, that's not a question. If this server stems, If this server stems as a result of Jagex reaching out to you and they offer you a job, would you take the job if allowed you to keep 2004 Scape and make it a real version backed by Jagex?
If there's a way that I could full-time do this and bring some of the Git contributors that are on my team, then yeah, I'd be open to some kind of discussion there.
Okay. Can you talk in more detail about the plan for forking the server each game year?
All right, so I have loose plans there, but I would say we're going to hit some kind of yearly milestone. It doesn't necessarily have to be the end of the year, but wherever we determine that stops, we copy the server at that point. There's a forever 2004 version, and then we move on to the next update until it hits whatever the next year is. So just for example, let's say we do up to November 2004, but we leave December and on for 2005 just because they're so close. Um, you'd continue playing 2004 updates on the main server, and then it would just transition into the next year. You wouldn't do anything extra, and then there would be the forever locked point in time that you can play as well.
Okay, awesome. If $200 is the current monthly running cost of 700 players, what could a predicted monthly cost of running 2,000 players be if the game continues to grow?
Well, that depends. Are you guys going to share your rocks? If I need to get more worlds, 2,000 players could be like $300, $350.
So what
To
you're
give you an
saying
idea.
right now is Jagex is cheap as fuck, mind my language, because their servers are so laggy. Why are their servers so laggy when they're $1 billion company? I don't understand. When they hit 700 players on a world, the fucking world shuts down, bro. I don't understand why that is. No, I'm being serious. It's like an issue, bro. Like, they're so beyond cheap. It's disgusting. It's vile. Sorry.
I don't think it's necessarily just the server hardware. Their code is less efficient over the years. They're processing more things. They definitely need a big pass of optimization, but I'm sure that they're always working to improve their servers.
Good. When members comes out, can we still access free-to-play only worlds if we want to make new accounts and only access free-to-play gaming?
Yes, absolutely. Both experiences matter to me, and we've made it so it's just a simple toggle, and we'll have both worlds available, and you can opt into it. So if you want to just stay free to play or you want access to members, we can make that distinction for you.
Question: can co-high donators get a monthly name change tier? Bro, no. Like,
Hmm. I would prefer no benefits. Just, get me a sandwich if you're feeling generous.
the link's right there, guys. He's hungry. Thank you very much. How did Pazaz manage to get 2004 Escape to run inside a browser without requiring Java?
So it was ported from Java to another language. In this case, it's JavaScript, and they're both very separate despite them having a similar name. So it takes advantage of modern browser APIs, and we actually have a couple client ports, and someone recently just finished a really cool C version that runs on the Wii. It runs on a 3DS. It's crazy.
Wait, did you say it could run on a 3DS?
Yeah, I mean, you get 5 FPS on it, but yeah, it loads.
That's crazy. What the hell?
That's the power of open source.
Facts. Facts. Talk to him. What is his goal out of this server? At what point does he want to? At what point does he want the updates to stop?
Well, my goal is always just preservation. I don't want the updates to stop, but at some point, I get too old to continue, and I hope at that point I've inspired other people to take up the torch.
Okay, good answer. My phone bugs out when I try to play it, but it eventually works. Keyboard pop-up won't pop up easily, apparently.
That's a known issue we're working on. I'm not too sure what causes it, but I'm hoping to have that fixed for the full release for sure. So.
Are you gonna have players test pay-to-play worlds before full release? And how to apply? Someone's asking.
Yes, we will need some players to test. At any point, you can also run the server yourself. It's very simple, a couple steps. You can log in and play through all the content we have. But yes, I'd like to have a world for people to apply for, help us test ahead of the release.
Awesome. What meta is no one doing yet that you're waiting to see be discovered?
If I say it, it'll happen. So maybe let's wait and see.
Awesome. Will the first person to max be flown out to 2004 Scape headquarters to celebrate?
Uh, if by headquarters you mean my garage, no, but I'll send them a nice email.
It's okay, brother. I started streaming out of my garage too. No jokes. I swear to God, I streamed in my mother's garage for 3 years. I'm not trolling. Georgia says hi, Pazaz broski. Okay.
Hello.
Hello. Any other questions in the chat? When will we get? Okay. When? I'm not reading that question, bro. Speaking out loud, I do fear that only free to play till May could cause a bit of decline in interest players, but that is a concern. He said it's not a concern. He doesn't care about player base. He's just doing it for the love of the passion and to preserve the game.
People will come back too. I would not worry about it. And if you're worried about the hype train dying, I am just happy to see everyone got to play the game and enjoy it.
Can you change my IGN to dead thoughting until I take... Okay, bro. Like, why am I reading these questions? Okay. What length of window, example 2 weeks, would he want to mass testers cheat serving pay to play to test it? Would May 1st until May 18th work? He's basically asking if you could get people
Up until the end. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, for sure, it would be like a 3-week testing phase with a lot of players who are interested. Yeah. We need a lot of data. We need to have people break everything.
Being that you're working on a device support, do you intend to develop a mobile app version?
We can, but we wouldn't be able to publish to any app stores. So iOS would be out unless you use an alt store, and Android you'd have to download an APK. But it's definitely in the plans.
Awesome. Joseph said, I just donated you some lunch money. Hope this helps you out.
Thank you, Joseph. I don't know what I'm going to get yet, but I'll remember you.
Okay. Hype Train restarts when pay to play comes out. Yeah, I mean, the player base is going to go up and down, right, guys? Like, I'm thinking probably by April, it's going to decline a bit. That's just standard, bro. But maybe it doesn't. But when pay to play comes out, it's going to skyrocket if I'm not mistaken. I'm playing up until then, boys. Like, I'm going to continue to grow the game, do what I possibly can to grow the player base, and I'm not going to stop playing. I'm just not. I'm fully addicted. Like, 99 Strength's going to take me at least 6 weeks of, like, 15 hours a day. And I'm going to do it. I'm going to be here. I'm here for the ride. I want to complete what my child, like, what I couldn't do as a child, as a 27-year-old man. I'm going to do it, bro. And we're going to continue to grow the game. There is longevity in 2004 Skate, boys. So if you guys haven't started yet, the link is down below in the chat. Everyone sign up. Come join the strongest clan in the fucking game. Pardon my language. Hashtag rap back on my chest. Thank you very much. All right, back to the questions. How much more time do we have with you, Pazaz?
Well, we can round it off at the hour, but
Perfect.
you know, I've got no specific time in mind. So
Awesome. Honestly, once we get 06, I'd play the game solo if that was my only way of playing the game. 2 months to grind is perfect. Get to go where you want to be free to play. Go do something else. Correct. What can we do as a community to help you when you feel like... Sorry, my apologies for reading that incorrectly. What can we do as a community to help you? What do you feel you lack from us so we can help you the best way we can?
at this point in time, it's too early for testing, although you can certainly run it yourself. Just have some integrity, play by the rules, and you know, let me and my staff focus on making the game.
Awesome. Are we happy to pay people to replace the hair that they pull out when they attempt to do Legends Quest without being able to read the quest log because the quest log didn't exist yet? Also, what date did the quest log come out?
The quest log came out July 2004. So yeah, good luck. Hope you remember your step.
Could we just use Rune HQ or like something on YouTube? It can't be that hard, guys.
You can, yeah. The problem is you don't know where you left off. If you come back a week later, good luck.
Wait, I'm so confused. Can you elaborate more on that? So if I do Legends Quest, what happens if I like take a break?
If you don't finish the quest and you don't remember where you left off, you're going to have to talk to NPCs until you figure out, oh, I was this far into the quest.
Oh, that's not too bad. That's not that bad. That's not too bad. Did we speak about what happened to Bach? Yeah, currently it's under investigation. When they have more knowledge on it, they'll let the community know. Would you ever host a server that goes beyond preservation? LE.06 with a rebalanced GWD.
Not me directly, but I would love to sponsor or shout out community servers that do stuff like that. So if we could have, the main primary preservation servers and then a list of official, hey, check these out. They offer some kind of unique experience. I would gladly do that years down the line.
Okay. Will we be able to log in on the different years versions of the server at the same time, like multi-logging, but only one account per year, 2004, 2006, etc.?
They're completely separate, so yeah, it'll share the same account database, but that's about it. We could definitely have it so you're able to play on 2004 and 2005 at the same time.
Awesome. Will their FC be added? I don't think French Shot was available, bro.
That's that's an August 2007 change, I think. I think that was the first version that Old School forked from. So that'll be a while.
Okay. My girlfriend Prepie, she says, will Pazaz be willing to do more interviews with you in the future as the game progresses and he gets more famous?
Mm. Yeah, I'm not gonna forget where I came from, and if you want to run Halo 2 Legendary, we can.
Oh, bro, say less. Say less, bro. That's my favorite Halo of all time as well. Say less. I'm always down, bro. I'm always down. Pazaz, would you ever consider streaming and showing off future updates / answer questions, etc., similar to how Jagex do their Q&A? Would help the game grow and keep everyone engaged.
That's a good idea. If there's an interest in that, then that's something I can look into at some point, yeah.
Yeah, if you ever need help, I'd be more than willing to help as well.
Thank you.
Of course. Custom clients, good or not, I simply want something to remove all the in-game chat spam. Look at Vank's chat with them burying bones, bro.
Custom clients are not good. I would advise you put a post-it note over your chat box.
Awesome. Do you guys closely monitor the top page ranks for skills?
Those players are fine in general, but yes, they do get a little extra monitoring to make sure that there's no abuse or account services or macroing going on.
Yeah. Fire KP means no French now. I think Fire Cape comes out in 05 anyway. 05 of October or something. Alongside the Onyx and Amulet of Fury.
Yeah, that's mid 2005 at some point. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. All right. To what year would you personally want the game to go if there weren't any technical difficulties with the coding, etc.?
Personally, probably until 2010, 2011. I think we have a duty to preserve the entire history of the game, but after a certain point, everything is backed up by Jagex. We have less to worry about. Even if it never sees the light of day, I know it exists somewhere.
So up until pre-EOC, basically. Right before pre-EOC.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be sick. I'm not going to lie, to play it. It would take years to do, though, right?
That would take years to do, but if we can get more contributors along the way, we already have 50, if we can just keep getting more, then we'll be set. And by contributors, I mean get contributors, people who write code, just to clarify. Not
monetary gains. But you guys can buy him lunch today by going to that link. Thank you very much. He is hungry. Who has contributed the most to the project besides you?
I would be shouting out half of the people in Discord with blue names. We've all put in so much time. I would like to give a shout out to Tanner, Jordan, and now and no offense to everyone, I'm blanking now. I'm put on the spot. Listen, I love all of you. Thank you.
Awesome. Beautiful. Give contributor BA5, Beck, Destude, Deteus, Funarm, Gonu, Henki, Indo, Joe the Toe, Ken, Kennymiss, Chris, Klimp, RG, Sarah, Sub, Tegan, The Sun and Silent, Toomey, Unknown Seal, and Will. That's all the blue names that I saw.
All of those, yes.
Lovely. Beautiful. If we have a free-to-play account and a pay-to-play account, can we play both at the same time? No, because that would be multi-logging.
Yes, correct. Yeah, they're not going to be separate worlds, at least at this time. So, yeah, just play one.
Someone's like, what is your favorite food?
Depends on the day. Today, I'll probably get some barbecue.
Okay. Okay, guys, here's the link to feed him. Thank you very much. Why did rank 1 Smither get banned? It's under investigation currently. We have no information, and the team will let us know when the time is right. If you had to pick a single year to preserve to play publicly, which year would that be?
So if I couldn't do 2004 and I had to pick a specific year, ooh, that would probably be maybe sometime in 2005. Has a lot of nostalgia for me. 2006 is good too.
Yeah. What current systems are in place for accidental dupe glitch prevention? Excuse me. Hypothetically, construction could open a can of works with duping / using POH tables or something. But in general, what dupe protection do we have to keep the player base feeling safe about their progress and their items' meaningfulness?
We're always looking to address issues like that. Any kind of exploits get handled instantly. And I take 5-minute autosave backups of every single player and a complete backup every 15 minutes. So we're always able to roll back if anything goes wrong with little to no interruption.
Awesome. Would you ever allow for an economy reset when needed?
That would really depend on how bad it gets. I mean, what depends on what needed means, when needed means.
Awesome. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is 1:02 p.m. Thank you so much to Pazaz for coming on today and answering all the questions. If you guys haven't done so already, please sign up today and come enjoy RuneScape back in the day. 2004 Lost City. Sign up now. Come join the strongest clan of the game. Sorry, I'm going to keep plugging #RapPack on my chest. And thank you so much to Pazaz. W's in the chat for Pazaz, guys. Thank you so much for hopping on today's stream. Hopefully, we'll definitely do one of these again in the foreseeable future. I'm going to hold you to that Halo 2 Legendary one of these days, brother. I am, because I haven't played Halo in a long time. And it's been awesome. Look at how much... Look how much the people love you, bro. There's almost 500 viewers in here. And I'm telling you, they're not here for me. They're here for you, bro. You've done such an incredible job on building this game. It took you years of your life to do this, man. And we appreciate you, bro. We really, really appreciate you. I haven't had this much fun on RuneScape since I was probably a kid. I don't like old school RuneScape anymore. And I have my opinions on how Jagex is running their game. I'm not going to get too deep into that right now, but we just want to say a big thank you so much for creating this game, man. It took you thousands of hours, and you did it for passion. No monetary gain, just for the love of the game. W's in the chat for King Pazaz, our fucking King Pazaz. Thank you very much, brother. Is there anything else you want to get off your chest before we conclude today?
Just that I'm glad to see everyone's enjoying the game. I hope you continue to enjoy it, and make sure you download the server for yourself, because worst case, I want to make sure that the game is preserved. So if you have a copy of it, peace of mind for me. So. Awesome.
Thank you very much for your time, brother. Take care, bro.
Thank you.
We'll definitely stay in touch. Take care.
Yeah.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye-bye. Guys, what a legend, bro. What a legend. I'm not gonna lie, if I was being honest, I thought he was gonna sound like a fucking geek. He sounds like a Giga Chad. He sounds like he's 6'5" ripped with a 9-inch hammer like Ron Jeremy. He sounds like a fucking demon. Respectable. I have a crush on him, bro. Me too. I might leave my girlfriend Preet for him at this rate. Fuck me, bro. Fuck me, guys. Check out the link if you guys do want to feed him some lunch. If you want to feed him some lunch, yeah, go to this link, please, guys. Feed him some lunch. He's hungry, boys. He's hungry. He's hungry. Bye, Preet. Is Preet leaving? Where's Preet? You're screaming in his ear? I was passionate, bro. My apologies. I was really, really passionate. Bye, guys. What's going on? If you guys are new to the stream, my name is Vank. I know a majority of you guys are probably going to one-tick leave the stream, which I would probably do the same thing because I came here for fucking Pazaz. But we stream 2004 Scape every fucking day, boys. Every fucking day. If you guys want to join the Discord, that is the Team B Discord. And then this is the Team A Discord. If you guys want to apply to RapPack, we've started one of the strongest clans in the games right now, excuse me. And we're just continuing to grow the game. I will do everything in my power to grow the game because I love this fucking game. I love it, I love it, I love it. I'm playing 15 to 18 hours a day. I'm lacking in the gym. I'm lacking hanging out with my girlfriend. I haven't showered. I don't care though, because I love this fucking game, bro. I love this fucking game. God, man, I love it. RapPack on my lower back, Pazaz on my neck. Say it with your chest. I haven't showered in 3 weeks. I love it. Oh my God. #RapPack on my fucking chest. Was a hard watch, but thanks for the interview. Wait, why was it a hard watch?